Hey, guys, we are back here for another video. Listen, if you guys are not following me at Lakeysha Keysha on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and now on Kick and Twitch, y'all missing out. Listen, this Tamar story, it has ran its course, but listen, did Tamar Braxton create this internet frenzy because she just needs attention, honey? Because IYANLA tried to tell us, but let's get into this video because Tamar comes out with a little cryptic message. Let's get into it, y'all.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
You know, guys, Tamar, as I said originally, I didn't do a video, didn't talk about it because the first thing came to my mind when I heard Tamar talking about somebody, or she never said somebody, but she said she suddenly lost a, teethuses and all of that. I was like, girl, whatever. She playing games as always, because I always, and I have a pretty good indication of people. I can be around somebody for seconds and I can almost pick up on what type of person they are, right? So Tamar has always appeared to me to be an attention seeker, she has a desperate need for attention. And that is how she was introduced to us because that's who she is. Now, after coming onto social media saying that she lost 4 teeth, fractured nose, and woke up in a pool of blood, this is what this heifer is doing. Let's get into it.
I can't wait till I can tell you.
Okay, and for the people in the back, Tamar drops cryptic message after scary incident. I can't wait to tell y'all. Bitch, what? I can't wait to tell y'all. Let's play that again because I'm like, girl, what? You look like you had your teeth.
I need to tell you. I can't wait till I can tell you.
Maybe she has this sick need for attention because, girl, what? You can't wait to tell y'all. You got something you want to tell y'all as if it's a joke. Girl, listen, if getting your 4 teeth knocked out is a joke to you, I guess it is a joke. Before I get into what I had been thinking, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt because it seemed crazy. But, here's the deal. Tamar is acting like this is a joke. Girl, when you need something or when you being honest or truthful or being sincere, nobody is going to believe you because you play entirely too much. I want to get into some messages that I saw on, how people get little chats or whatever. They say little stuff under posts. I went back to look for this post and it was gone, but that's okay because I had done screenshotted it anyway. So let's get into it. Now, this is a host of different messages that people said, but I'm going to start over to my right and then I'm going to work my way back. And it is a reason. Okay, so this was a message posted on a blog and it says, Funky Dineva wasn't lying. The part that was left out, the wife was at her house waiting and the fight started outside and into the street. This is what this person was saying. And then someone else was saying her divorce from Jeremy was final in 2024. And this is the interesting part. You see Tamar's friend, who is actually in that video, who you can't see, but I know his voice, James Wright Chanel, was saying, because people were saying, that it was a fight or whatever. And he was like, you can't even get into the building or on the elevator floor. Okay. Now, somebody else says, so Yandy beat the brakes off of Tamar. That's why she said she woke up in a pool of blood and don't know what happened. but her teeth is knocked out because she was caught with mendeecees. Yandy beating somebody up is like saying you actually rode a Pegasus. Oh my goodness. Now, this is the one that I want to focus on. I went back to look for this person's comment and it was gone. So I don't know if it's true or if it's a lie, but whoever wrote it removed their comment. But again, I had taken a screenshot. It says, remember the caption said, Funky Dineva wasn't lying. The part that was left out, the wife was at her house waiting and the fight started outside and into the street. So what they're saying is, they're trying to say that Yandy was waiting when Tamar got there. I don't know if that's true. Now, this is what this person is saying in the comments. This is true. My cousin lived in the building and he told me that Mendeecees and Tamar been messing around. He told me 3 weeks ago. I swear. We don't know who this person is. We don't know, but I just thought that that was quite interesting that that had been in the comments when I went back to, to check to see where that, if the comment was still there, it was gone. And it really doesn't mean anything that it was gone. Now, what I want to get into, this is what I want to get into. If you guys recall, okay, Tamar at once upon a time with her family had went on to IYANLA Fix My Life back in the day, okay? And I guess IYANLA never fixed her life, but let's get into what IYANLA had to say specifically about Tamar and how abusive she was or is. Is she abusive?
Something, Miss Evelyn. Do you know what her pain is? Because the only reason a person would behave in this manner.
We're not going to throw this behavior word around again. We're not going to do that. She does not have a behavior problem, and that's not fair.
First of all, your finger in my face is not going to work for me.
So in that particular clip, IYANLA went into saying that, Tamar had a behavior problem. And we saw that. I mean, it's kind of crazy to say an adult has a behavior problem, but it happens, okay? Tamar didn't want to hear it, but we're not making this shit up. If you watch the show, Tamar, girl, you was acting like you have a behavior problem. Now, this clip right here, IYANLA goes into describing Tamar's personality, and she says that her personality is a bit abusive. Listen to what IYANLA had to say. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because it's going to make sense in the end. And it is very much giving what we are seeing right now today. Now, isn't that crazy how IYANLA was able to sit down with Tamar and she called her out? And this is the very thing that we're seeing now. Now, IYANLA goes into saying how not only does Tamar have a behavior problem, she's abusive. Now, I know y'all think abusive is always somebody, doing that. That ain't always abusive. You can be abused in other ways, but let's get into this clip.
You are abusive, Tamar.
Really?
You are violent, Tamar. No one can say anything.
And you're just condescending and hypocritical. That is wrong.
Did y'all hear that? You are violent. You are abusive. But listen to this one, y'all, because this next clip, it goes into everything that we see on a reoccurring basis with Tamar. It's always something, and it's incidences as the one that she just did. Somebody knocked my teeth out. I woke up in, a pool of blood. Well, she didn't say somebody knocked it out, but that's what we think, You tell the world your teeth gone, you woke up in a pool of blood, and you got a fractured nose. Why would you do that if you're not willing to say what it was? But then you don't want to tell us what it was, but you do this right here. You do this right here, hoping to get more attention. Who does that?
I need to tell you. I can't wait till I can tell
I can't wait to tell y'all. I got something to say. I cannot wait to tell y'all. Why did you tell us anything? Knowing that people were going to speculate and start to draw their stories, and you didn't even come out and say that's not true. Looking for attention, a need to be noticed all the time. Why is that like that with her? A need to be noticed. But y'all know who said that many moons ago? Let's get into this clip.
Hurt? I know you're hurt.
I'm not hurt. I'm disrespected.
You're going to calm down. She's frustrated for a lot of things. There's a lot that's going on with Tamar. And that's why we're here.
The only reason a person would fight so much to be seen is if they weren't seen.
Mic drop. Mic drop. Why does a person fight so much to be seen? I know y'all know people that always got to be seen, always want to be front line and center. Why? She doesn't feel seen. If you guys even recall, in that video with Funky Dineva, I thought it was Tamar's birthday because she has a need to be seen. That wasn't given that was Funky Dineva's birthday at all. Now, listen, I know people say he don't like women, but look, I don't ever want to be seen. Like I said, I told y'all before, I'm usually somewhere chilling away from the people that want to be seen. But if it was my birthday, I would have kind of felt some kind of way like, girl, what? I mean, you could have said, you know, maybe directed them over to him because it was very much given your day. So it seems like she always wants attention. And possibly when she doesn't feel like she's getting it, she comes up with these stories because, girl, you can't wait to tell us. What? Tamar Braxton has a severe need for attention. And IYANLA already told us this.
Hurt? I know you're hurt.
I'm not hurt. I'm disrespected.
You're going to calm down. She's frustrated for a lot of things. There's a lot that's going on with Tamar. And that's why we're here.
The only reason a person would fight so much to be seen is if they weren't seen.
The only reason that a person is going to fight to be seen is for one reason and one reason only. They don't feel seen. We see this multiple times throughout the year with Tamar. It's like a once a quarter thing. I bet if you go back and searched and saw when the last time, it was roughly around 3 to 4 months ago. Is she messing around with mendeecees? I don't know. I mean, I'm just starting to, you know, I guess she came out and told us that somebody had pretty much knocked the teeth out and fractured her nose, because I don't know what else would have. Now, was it true, or was this Tamar trying to get attention? This story is wore out, is dry, and is dusty. Y'all let me know. But here's the deal. It was getting dusty until she came out and gave us a song. I can't wait to tell y'all. Like, this is just too much. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, please.
Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop.